All right, so here we go, compound inequalities. All right, so now we're going to graph b is greater than -1. So if b is greater than -1, everyone should have an open circle at -1 going to the right. However, there's another addition to it. B is also less than or equal to 3. So there would be a solid dot at 3, and then we're going to the left. And they kind of run into each other. All right. So if you are a number greater than -1 and less than or equal to 3, that just means what? That's exactly correct. Thank you. That just means you're everything between -1 and 3. All right. You're everything between -1 and 3. Now, interval notation. All right. If we're going to write that in interval notation, that means we start at what? -1. And we go to what? 3. And the 3 requires a bracket. All right. Again, the bracket means that it's equal to. The bracket means that it is equal to. All right, so there's just an extra step now. All right, what?
Could you write it as like 3 power -1?
No. If you want it wrong, you can.
Well, why is it wrong?
Because we read numbers from left to right. That's why it's wrong. All right, so number 2. What I want you to do is when you read this right here, I want you to read that. And again, they have written it out of order. So we wouldn't even write it like that. We would write it as -5 less than or equal to q less than or equal to 2. All right. Again, you always write the numbers from small to large. Always write the numbers from small to large. So this literally means q is between -2 and 5. Now there's equal to, so we can do here, we can do 2, and we are everything in between. All right, we're everything in between. Now, of course, I always want you to, on the number line, do something like this so you can see it. But interval notation wise, we would require a bracket and 2 with a bracket also. No, we're not using the infinity sign here because it stops at 2. That's actually a good question. It stops at 2. So this means that the variable can be between -5 and 2. Yes.
So how do you know when to connect them? So when they both have the same dot?
I don't know what you mean by connected.
Well,
So this means, watch what I'm trying to show you. See if I can show you something. This right here means q is less than 2. So it's going this way. Q is less than 2. It also reads q is greater than or equal to -5. So greater than or equal to -5. All right, we got more examples here. We got more examples. So if you're greater than -3, -3 going to the right, couldn't have said it better myself. And then what? 4 going to the left. Solid dot at 4 going to the left. Now, of course, remember what I told you, we don't really use the number line anymore. All right, we use interval notation. So this would be -3, 2, 4, bracket at 4. Let's continue on. Number 5. What does that mean? P is what? P is between -2 and 4. That's what that means. P is between. Now, if you said P is greater than or equal to -2 and less than 4, you would be correct also. But I just like to look at that and say P is between -2 and 4. Does it include -2? Does it include 4? 4 is a what? Open circle. So if we write it interval notation, -2, 4, just like this. Yes,
Wait, so which one's different from this?
the equal to.
-2.
Yep.
So even though like the arrows are going.
Yes, this is a little bit different. You're exactly correct. You have to be real careful. That's why I'm trying to show you. Do you agree P is between those two numbers? That's how it was just simple to me. P is between those two numbers. All right, so P can be anywhere in between there.
When you're writing that line to connect them, can you just do the arrows facing each other?
No, because the arrows mean that it's going on forever.
Like go up and face.
This is how it is. Don't shortcut it. Besides the fact, I'm not even going to make you do number lines very much.
Okay.
All right, that's not how we write in math once we get a little bit more advanced. All right, so now everybody look up on the board and I want everybody to read this to me. What does that say? -3 is less than D, but I would prefer you say D is what? Greater than -3. All right, D is greater than -3. So if D is greater than -3, open circle. And what? And D is less than 2. So it's everything in between. Yep. And there you have it. Anybody have any issues? What?
Do you need that arrow thing? You put into your-
No, I just did the arrow starting out.
Oh,
All right. And again, P is what? Between -1 and 3. All right, solid dot, solid dot. And then we just say bracket. There you have it. It's very simple, compound. All right. And this is, these are referred to as and statements. In a minute, we're going to talk about or statements. And or statements generally go in the other direction. All right. Now, a little bit harder here. All right, a little bit harder. All right, so everybody take a look at number 7. A little bit different. Here we go. -3, -3, -3. You just simply subtract 3 from all sides. Subtracting 3 from all sides. So that tells me that W is between what?
14. I mean, what is it?
Between 1 and 2. Is everybody okay with that? Now, do I really want you doing the number line? No, I don't. I really want you to learn interval notation. All right. So I put the number line. So some kids, it's easier to put on the number line and then do the interval. Does everybody agree with that? But if you're good at it, then you can just say, hey, starting at what? 1, ending at 2. That's what I want. All right. Anybody have any issues? All right. So now let's look at number 9. What do you think I have to do first in number 9? Yeah, I know. It's okay. I know. Subtract 6. Thank you very much. All right. So of course, I'm going to do this, but is that necessary? No, you can do that. So now you have, well, yeah, you're right. Say it again. Yes. And now your final step is just to do what? Just divide by 2. Come on, that's just easy. Easy. New lesson, very easy. So now, so if you had to write an interval notation, it would be -5 all the way to 0, bracket, parentheses. All right, nothing to it, nothing at all. All right, what?
Don't you have to flip the sign to the side? Oh,
Number 11. All right, now they're just split up. So I have to do what first on number 11? Add 2. So we can just say n is greater than or equal to -1. And then what? Subtract 4. So n is less than 2. Now, a lot of people can't visualize that. That's why I put the number lines there. If you're greater than or equal to -1, you're starting at -1, going to the right. If you're less than 2, open circle, going to the left. Right? Now, again, does everybody agree? I don't have to do the number line if you can see that. But the number line allows me to see that all they're talking about is going from -1 to 2.
So I have a question for something like number 8, when there's nothing, like there's nothing, and you look at the sign, what would you do?
What do you take a stab at it? What do you think you do?
Raise the arbitrary.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Now we just did the ands. Now we're going to do the what? Now we're going to do the ors. All right, now we're going to do the ors. So B is greater than 2. So be an open circle going which direction? To the right. Less than or equal to -3. Solid dot at -3 going which direction? Going left. All right. So this is why it's an or statement. You can't be less than -3 and greater than 2. So I understand that. You can't be to the left and to the right. All right. There is no number that's less than -3 and greater than 2. So that would be the solution on a number line. But do we really do number lines? No. So here's the solution. Don't forget, -infinity is over here and infinity is over here. So we're going from -infinity until we get to what? -3. -3 is a bracket, parentheses.
So what happened to the 2?
Nothing yet. Now from there, we put this union, this symbol. All right, that means together. All right, that just means together. Both of them are the answers. Doesn't say and, both of them together. And then where do I pick up from? And I head out to where?
Infinity.
Infinity. All right. I tried to explain to kids that this right here is the number line. All right, that is the number line, just don't have a number line on it. All right, that's how simple this is.
What's the U for?
Because we don't write it like this. Right, the U stands for union. Union. Union means put them together. Okay, that's the answer. All right, so let's try number 14. Now, for 14, it says 3 is greater than Q. I don't like that. Right, Q is less than or equal to 3. Everybody with me on this? All right, now everybody needs to put a star here because these are getting tricky now. So I have less than or equal to 3. Now, you guys really got to listen for me. All right, you really got to listen. So solid dot at 3, going in which direction? Going to the left. Then I have less than or equal to 1. That's weird. They're going in the same direction. Generally, or statements are going in the opposite directions. All right, so now your answer is an or statement. An or statement can be true for one or both. It can be true for one or both. Now, again, this is where it's hard, so just stop. Everything else has been easy. So let me just try to explain to you what I mean now. Everybody stop writing and concentrate on what I'm saying. Are all of these numbers here less than or equal to 1? The highlighted pink, is all those less than or equal to 1?
Yes.
Yes. So are all those an answer? Yes, because it only has to be true for one of them. All right, now I'm going to make another yellow. Are any of these numbers less than or equal to 1? No. So are they an answer yet? They are not an answer yet. All right. So now I'm doing less than or equal to 3. Are these all these numbers less than or equal to 3? So are all of those a solution? Yes. Do they have to be true for both of them? No, they don't. So now I have to modify my answer. That is my answer. Now I'm going to do one more. Please watch. Are any of these numbers less than 3? Or are they less than 1? Are those answers? That is not an answer. And again, I don't understand the confusion here. None of those are answers. So your answer to this problem, if you are a thinker, is we are starting at where? And we're going to where? 3. Whoever said that. Thank you for listening. All right, that is the answer. All right, that is the answer. What? What? Because it's less than. It doesn't stop at -4. What? Come on.
Why would you get a -3 if 2 is not an answer?
2 is not an answer for less than 1, but it is an answer for less than 3. You only have to be true for one of them. That's why this is hard. All right, so everybody needs to go back and revisit number 14. All right, here we go. Let's look at 15 now. Y is less than or equal to -4. Going in this direction. Or y is greater than 0. Open circle. Is this one easier? Yeah, that one's easy because they're not going in the same direction. If they're going in the same direction, that just means you have to think. Or if they're going in the same direction, that just means you have to think. All right, so now my answer here is going to be starting where? -infinity. I'm going to go all the way to what? I'm going to go all the way to what? -4. And then what kind of parentheses or bracket? Bracket. Union symbol. Then I pick up again at what number? 0 and head out to where? Infinity. And again, those are parentheses because it's not equal to 0. It's not equal to 0. All right, let's have some more fun. All right, here we go with 16. So again, I don't like it written out of order, so I'm going to rewrite that as P is what? Greater than or equal to 4. So I come to my number line, greater than or equal to 4. And now I'm a little upset with this one. This is 8. Less than 8 is what? Open circle going to the left. All right, now again, everybody's got to put a star by this because I understand this is hard. All right, I understand this is hard. So I want someone to hear what I'm saying. I want someone to tell me a number that is not, tell me a number that's not greater than 4 or less than 8. Tell me a number that is not greater than 4 or less than 8. There is none, right? There is none. So the answer here is negative infinity to infinity. And I'm just going to say something. I know that's hard. And I'm glad some of you just said, well, there's no way that's possible. Does everybody understand? I can't help you with that, right? You have to listen to what I'm saying and say, okay, he wants a number greater than 4. He wants a number greater than 4. So that would be all of these numbers. Then he's asking me to name all the numbers that are less than 8. And then he's saying, what number doesn't fit? If I try these numbers over here, I'm just trying to help some of you. If I pick a number over here, is the number I just selected less than 8? Yeah, so is that going to be a true answer? Yes. So now I have to pick a number in between 4 and 8. Let's say I pick 5. Is 5 less than 8? So that means those are all good. What about 9? Is 9 less than 8? No. But is 9 greater than 4? So that means all answers are possible. There isn't a number that isn't greater than 4 or less than 8. Or, and like I said, that's just something you have to talk about yourself and help yourself understand numbers better. That's what I keep trying to tell you. All right, you have to think about the numbers. All right, that has to make sense to you. All right, I can't do any more for you. All right, you have to think about that. Yes.
These all real numbers, is that an idea?
Yeah, this could be all real numbers also, if you wanted to write it like that. But if somebody says specifically writing it in interval notation, that would be your answer. All right, so let's look at 17. So again, I'm going to rewrite it as D is what? Greater than -3. D is less than 2. And then someone help me with the answer. No, I want this the answer. I want the interval notation. Negative infinity to infinity. I can't help you. So you understand me? There's nothing I can do for you. All right, you have to put the numbers down yourself and you have to think about it on your own. Now, for me personally, when someone says D is less than -3 or D is greater than -3 or D is less than 2, that's not obvious to me. I have to sit and think about it every single time. And if you think about it, if I'm greater than -3 or I'm less than 2, that's every number. Every number is one of those. So that's why the answer is negative infinity to infinity. And someone said all real numbers. I like that a lot. All right. So here we go. Let's check out 18 just to be sure. What does 18 say? X is greater than or equal to -2 or X is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, thinking time. Thinking time. We're starting at -2 to infinity. And then we're going 3 to infinity. So it's what? -2 to infinity. That is correct. And some of you understand what I'm saying now. And some of you are just writing things down, writing the answers, thinking that's going to be good for your test. That's not good for your test. If you don't understand what we're doing right now, you're not going to understand it in a few minutes. All right? What?
Why do you flip the sign?
I don't know what that means. Why am I flipping the signs? What does -2 less than or equal to x mean to you? What does that mean?
I don't know.
That's why I'm flipping the sign. We've been flipping the sign since last week. We don't write the number and then the variable. We always write the variable, then the number. Is that true?
Oh.
What?
So how is it -2 to infinity?
I'm not, well, we're gonna find that out. All right, you with me? Now, the thing that really helped me out when I was finally trying to figure out why kids didn't know this is I tried to show them, please look up here on the board. I tried to show them that I divided the number line into 3 different places. I divided it into this place. Come on now, this will help you understand. I divided it into this place, and then I divided it into this place. Everybody see that? The number line has essentially been divided into 3 pieces, correct? Is the pink piece a part of the solution? Are any of those numbers greater than -2 or greater than 3? So in my mind, I came back to it and I just said, that's not an answer. That region is not an answer. Come on now, really concentrate. This is helpful to your brain and understanding numbers. Now I'm in the orange region. Is the orange region greater than -2? So is that an answer? Yes, that's part of the answer. Now, do I have to check the third region? Yes, I'm checking the purple region. Are those numbers greater than -2? So is that an answer? Yes. So that's why the answer is from -2 to infinity. That's why the answer is from -2 to infinity. Now, the purple region, is that true for both? Yes. Is the orange true for both? No, it's not. The pink is true for how many? 0. This is false for both. The orange is a true and a what? False. The other one is true. And for a or statement, you only need one true. So that's why it's from -2 to infinity. That's the best I can do, guys. And it's your brain thinking about it. What?
Why would I pick negative infinity?
Because negative infinity, what number over here in the pink region is greater than -2? -1 is not in the pink region.
Oh,
Nothing. That's why I left all those numbers off. Nothing in this region is greater than -2 or greater than 3.
yeah, so why would it be negative infinity?
Because negative infinity is not greater than -2. Negative infinity is less than -2.
Oh,
True? All right, come on, don't give up on yourself. Keep thinking. All right, here we go. So 19. Again, I don't like this piece. So I just write it as 3W is greater than 3, right? So W is greater than what? 1. Or W is what? Or equal to 3. Okay, to me, the number line is helpful. In this case, greater than 1, greater than or equal to 3. So come on, who's been listening? 1 to infinity. That's it. 1 to infinity. Anybody have any issues with that? 1 to infinity. All right, here we go. Number 20. Here, use this one though. That one's not stapled. All right. So on number 20. All right. So what do I have to do first on the first one? And so that's going to be -12. Then what? And so what is that going to be?
P is greater than, P is less than or equal to.
What?
P is greater than or equal to 4.
Yes, that's what I thought you said. P is greater than or equal to 4. Why did the sign change? You divided by a negative. All right. So now greater than or equal to 4. And some of you eventually will just be able to look at this and tell me your answer. All right. But right now, your eyes need practice seeing the number line and seeing the numbers. So what is my answer? Negative infinity to 2 union 4 to infinity. Beautiful. All right, simple as that. Simple, simple, simple. All right, come on.
So like, it doesn't matter what you do for the equation thing, you always use those numbers for the
It matters.
answer.
All right, it definitely matters. Come on, stay with me. Boy, oh boy. It was a little ambitious. Here we go. We're going to stick with the 21s. We're going to go down now and try to pick up the speed a little bit. All right. So now look, guys, everybody's looking up here on the board. Please, please, please. This is so simple. It's embarrassing. All right. Everybody should be able to just do that mental math. So what am I going to do first? -4, then what? Divide by 2. So everybody should be able to just write X is less than or equal to what? 1. If you can't see that, raise your hand and I will go through it. X is less than or equal to 1. Any issues? What? Subtract 4. Subtract 4. What's 6 minus 4? And then 2 divided by 2. Right? Okay, now over here, look at me on this one. I like the X to be positive, so I'm going to throw it over here. I'm going to throw the 4 over here. When I move the 4, it becomes what? +4. When I move the X, so it becomes 1X. Anybody have any issues with that? What, Evan?
Because I know you moved the X because you want it to be like positive or whatever, but like, isn't it already positive over there?
But if I move the 2, Evan, it becomes what?
Oh, so you have to move it?
Yeah. Now, 4 is greater than or equal to X. So if 4 is greater than or equal to X, what does that mean? X is less than or equal to 4. Less than or equal to 4. Man, you guys coming in late. I'm sorry, man. Today was a hard day. I don't know how you're going to do it. Okay. So now, less than or equal to 4, less than or equal to 1. Someone want to help me? Come on, be brave. Logan. Shh. Yay, negative infinity to 4. 4, don't forget, has a bracket. All right. These numbers are true. And these numbers are true. And it only has to be true for one of them. None of these over here are in the picture. All right, 23. Okay, so for 23, I have to do what to both sides starting out?
Multiply by 2.
Thank you, sir. Keep it up. So what is that?
1n
is greater than what?
-4.
Beautiful. All right, now everybody's going to do mental math on this, right, Evan? That's what your brain should be saying. Come on. So who's got the second one, mental math? N is less than 8. Less than 8. So 8 is way over here, correct? So if I'm less than 8, I'm going this direction. And if I'm greater than -4, I'm going this direction. So anybody want to volunteer for me the solution? You're brilliant. Right? Negative infinity to infinity. That was a hard one. That was hard. And again, if you want to look at it, it's going this direction and it's going this direction. So are these numbers over here okay? Are these numbers in the middle okay? Are these numbers over here okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the numbers work. Because they only have to be true for what? One of them. Only has to be true for one. All right. So let's write the compound inequality here. So here we go. What?
For number 23, why would you change the sign for the n less than 8?
I didn't.
So,
Right. It's still less than.
okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. I know you're trying to do better. So you good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Now, everybody on 25, look, guys, this is just so simple. We can start over here. X is what for this piece? Less than or equal to -3. Or they're going in opposite directions. Or what? Yeah, say it. Come on.
X is greater than or equal to 3.
That's right. That's it. That's it. All right, guys. Listen, let's try the odds. Let's try the odds, guys. Try all the odds. And then tomorrow we'll spend a little bit more time on this. All right. And we'll do the evens. Good work. All right. Those guys who came in late, man, you got to hit the video. All right. You got to read the video tonight. Listen, watch. Hey.